here, but let's send it to Jason Kidd, who's at the podium.
Jason, what did you think just about the team's overall just poise, focus, intent tonight to knowing that their backs are up against the wall like they had been a couple of times already this postseason?
Yeah, I thought the guys came out no different than Game 3 and Game 2 in the sense of executing and playing at a high level, making shots, was something that we've done in those games. And then defensively, being able to rebound the ball, to have 30 assists, that means we're making shots. But again, being able to score, they're going to play zone for majority of the game. So that's going to present a problem, for them in the sense of giving up threes. And we were able to capitalize on that tonight.
Reggie and Maxey both struggled so much in Game 3. What did it say to you that they were both able to have such strong bounce-back performances?
That's just who they are. That's their DNA. It's not about just one game. It's about the journey. It's about, being able to bounce back, and that's what they've done, and that's what they've helped us as an overall team have that DNA of being able to have a bad game and being able to come back and play at a high level. Again, making shots is something that we need those two to do, and they did that tonight.
What's running through your mind in the fourth quarter as that lead shrinks from 29 to, I think, down to 8 at one point?
That they were going to have to put their starters back in, and they did. And we did just fine. We won the game. Their starters had to come back in. They cut the lead, and our group continued to play, but they had to make a decision. They had to put their guys back in.
At that point, were you hoping their starters would come back in? Because the other guys are doing pretty well for them.
Yeah, but it's a game of runs, the third quarter. For the Warriors, they're always going to have a big quarter. And so we did pretty good in the first three. They went on the run to start the fourth. There's no panic. We had a pretty big lead, and they had to make a decision. They brought their group back in and couldn't get it done.
Coach, what were your thoughts on that extended halftime? Obviously there was a leak on the floor, but did you say anything to your guys at that point as they were getting back into warm-ups about carrying over that momentum from the first half, which they obviously did in the third quarter?
We've been there before. We've had the basket tilted. We've had rain delay before, and we've been able to execute in both those scenarios. So this wasn't the first rain delay we've had. And so to be able to stay warm, stay ready. Again, this group doesn't let anything faze them, and they went out there in the second half in that third quarter, as we talked about at halftime. We had to win it, and then that's what that group did.
Typically, in these playoffs, Jason, each game is in and of itself. But I wonder if you feel like this gives you, momentum that you guys have really needed to get in this series.
Yeah, we felt all along we've been getting great looks. Sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't in this series so far. It's a matter about making shots. The biggest compliment we've gotten is that they got to play zone because they can't play us one-on-one, right? And so this is a championship DNA team, and they're giving you a compliment that they can't guard you. It's pretty cool. And they're winning the series, but we believe if we can continue to keep getting the shots that we got, if we make them, it puts pressure on them.
Jason, I heard God Shamgod say to Tim Hardaway Jr. before the game, tonight is the first night of us beginning to rewrite history. I'm not expecting you to necessarily repeat that word for word, but just what's the confidence level for you guys as a team that you're still very much in this?
Yeah, we believe that it's just one game at a time. We did our part tonight. We found a way to win. Now the next part is to find a way to win on the road. And just, again, we can't get ahead of ourselves. It's still 3-1. And we know going into Golden State, it's a tough place to win, but we've won there before. And we just have to continue to take care of the ball, make shots.
Jason, Luka tonight played like a first-team All-NBA guy.
It's pretty cool.
And he was named to it tonight. What's your just thoughts on, first of all, his game tonight and his season?
Well, I don't think anybody's surprised that he's first team. But that's really cool for him to be named first team. That it just shows the talent level because that the other four are pretty talented too. And so it just shows where he's going, his growth. Again, what he does for this team is incredible, not just, points and assists, but being able to rebound the ball. And there at the end, he came up with a nice little block shot to pad his defensive stats. But again, he's our leader. When he goes, we go. And he loves that stage. And again, being first team with the other four, it's a great honor for him.
Someone to Mark Spears, go ahead.
Yes, Coach. I was kind of off the beaten path question, but I wanted to see what do you guys got to do to get Dwight Powell to be more active like he was in the regular season?
Well, I think we didn't see this much zone in the regular season. So for Dwight, he's doing everything we've asked him to do against the zone. In the zone, we're getting wide open looks, and so for him, we need him to rebound the ball and bring his energy. But when you see zone for majority of the game, it takes him out of the game for his role in lobs. The things that he does best, but also, for us, we don't judge him on the offensive end. And I thought he got us off to a really good start tonight.
Got time for one more, Davide?
Hi, Coach Davide from Italy here. Congrats for the win. I want you to talk about the mental strength of your team. It's clear that it wasn't easy for you guys to win this game, being down 3-0. How much are you happy with the mental strength of your team?
Yeah, I think this group has shown it all season. We got off to a slow start, but we stayed together. We've been through, again, just like everyone else, COVID, injuries. So, this is a team. And I've said this before, it's a special group of young men in that locker room who truly believe that they can win.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks.